Hey everybody, welcome back. Got another flashlight review for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at the Foursevens Quark Pro 2A. This is the XML version. Really bright flashlight, one of my favorite lights, and it's actually become, I'd say, my favorite light that I've ever had. Extremely useful light, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at a full review on it. Hope you guys enjoy the review, so stay tuned. Now let's go ahead and get into the tabletop review of this light. Now, as I was mentioning, this is the Quark Pro 2A XML version, formerly known as the Quark Regular. If you think of the operation before Foursevens changed all of the names on their products, this was the Quark Regular before, when they had the Quark Regular and Quark Tactical series. But now they changed their names, so I'm just gonna try and keep with the new names, the QP2A-X for XML. But anyways, to get that out of the way there, I do like this light quite a bit. If you don't want to watch through the review, my very brief opinion on it is this is one of the best lights I've ever had, and I think it's totally worth the value and just an amazing light. Now, not very many things wrong with it that I can think of at all, so you really can't go wrong with this flashlight. Now, I usually like to weigh the lights just so that I can give you an idea of how light this light is, no pun intended. Now, before you comment, yes, this is a scale. No, I don't do drugs. No, I don't sell drugs, so don't comment about any drug comments or I'm going to block you and delete your comment. I'm just saying, it's just a standard scale for shipping things. I don't do drugs. That's one of the many comments I get. Let me go ahead and take the batteries out of this. We'll just weigh it so that you guys can know what it weighs. Extremely light flashlight. As you can see, I like to use the lithium batteries in my lights when I can. Alright, we're in ounces. Now, this is the flashlight without the pocket clip installed, just the flashlight itself. No batteries. 2.0 ounces, extremely lightweight. And with lithium batteries, you're probably going to be seeing, I'd say, about 2.5 ounces. Let me see what it is with 2 AA's. Just so we get an idea. 3.1 ounces, so a little bit higher than I was expecting, but still extremely lightweight. Now, the thing I like about Quarks is that you can Lego these. With this particular flashlight, with this AA XML head, you can buy a 1A tube and then unscrew these portions of the light, and then you have a 1A body with the head of the flashlight, so you have a 1A XML light. Wouldn't be as bright, but it would still operate fine. You can also buy, I believe, the body of the 1CR123, make it a short, super bright light, putting out 3 volts with that CR123 battery, and it would still be extremely bright. That's kind of what I like. Now, you cannot use this head with higher voltages, I don't believe, so I would not Lego it with the 2 CR123 bodies. Do not do that. The voltages would just be too high. But in any case, I really like the way that you can Lego these lights, and that's one of the reasons I bought this light. Now, I haven't bought bodies for the 1AA, but I will do that in the future when the funds come in. Now, when you get this light, you get the pretty nice Quark boxes. These are really nice packaging, not quite as nice as the packaging before, which I kind of like, because most of the time you just throw these packages away. It's got some reading that you can do on the light, as you can see when you open up the box. And this comes with your usual accessories. You get the Quark lanyard, which I usually don't use. Does come with a pocket clip. It comes with a rubberized grip holder, as well as spare O-rings. Not going to really go over that stuff. And you also get a manual, as you can see here. But the pocket clip, the way you would attach the pocket clip is you would unscrew the tail cap right here. Unscrew this metal piece right here, enough to where you can clip that clip right in that spot right there, and then the pocket clip faces downward like that. Not really any other ways to attach the pocket clip, so you're kind of stuck with that orientation. I don't use the pocket clip, that's why it's not on, so I'm not gonna put it on. I prefer to have it without the pocket clip, just as you see here. But go ahead and go into the operation of the light. Now I said this is the XML version, so you're looking at about 280 lumens on your max mode. Now the operation of this light is much like, well, it is like the Quark regulars of before, and it's also very similar to the old Fenix LD20 before they went to the side switch on the head of the flashlight. They used to operate this way as well. You loosen the head of the flashlight, and then you got your first modes. This particular light does not have momentary on. It's a forward clicky. You click, and as you release the button, it turns on. No momentary on. So when the head is loosened, you have your, let me get into the Moonlight mode. You have your Moonlight. You soft press you go into low, soft press again, medium, soft press again, and you got your high. And then when you soft press again, you're going to go into your SOS, soft press again, and then you go into your beacon mode. And that's pretty much it on that set of modes. Again, you got your Moonlight, which is, I believe, 0.3 lumens. Let me just double check. Believe it's at 0.3 lumens. Yeah, you're looking at 0.3 lumens on your Moonlight mode. So you're going to get some extremely good battery life on that. And then you just simply tighten the head of the flashlight to get into your max mode, which is the 280 lumens. Soft press again, and you got your strobe. Soft press again, you're back to your maximum. And I do not believe this light remembers your modes. Let me see, let me go into that mode. Turn it off and back in. Yeah, it does have mode memorization. I take that back. To an extent. Now, let's say you're in the high mode, you're in your maximum mode, turn the light off, loosen the head, turn it back on. It's going to be in the first mode of your secondary modes because you have the head of the flashlight loosened, as you can see. So it does have mode memorization to a certain extent. Let's see. So we went through the modes, went through what I kind of like about the light. As you can see, it does have some grip on it, some knurling. Semi-aggressive on the head as well as the tail of the light. Not very aggressive in the middle. It's kind of smooth. Light does tail stand because the tail cap clicky is flush with the bottom of the light, so its tail stands really well. Another thing I noticed about this light is it's very similar to the Fenix LD20 in size, LD22, and I believe this is a Fenix diffuser that I have. Fits right on this light very well. So it's kind of a universal fit on those, and I do like using the diffuser quite a bit. This does fit in a standard Fenix headband mounting system. I actually used this when on my last backpacking trip. I used this light in the headlamp system, the Fenix system, and it worked really well. I used it like this with the diffuser, and it just provided just an excellent headlamp for me. Wasn't too heavy, and just provided great runtime in the extreme cold temperatures. So that's one benefit, is that you can use other type of accessories with it. Let's look at the size in comparison to a Fenix LD22. You can see it's very similar in size. Almost identical, but a little bit shorter than the Fenix. It's a little bit shorter, and I'd say that the diameter on the body is almost spot on, almost exact. So it's very similar in size, very similar in weight. As far as the batteries you can use in this, again, it's going to take 2 AA's. You can use the rechargeable nickel metal hydrate batteries, or basically Inteloops. You can use those type of rechargeables. I like to use the lithium primaries. You can use the lithium primaries, and you will still get your Moonlight mode, regardless of how fresh the batteries are that you put in it, which I really like. These are fresh lithium primaries, and you still get your Moonlight mode, that 0.3 lumens, which is great. Unlike the Fenix light, you can't do that. You won't get your lowest mode when you put fresh lithium primaries in there. But lithium rechargeables are not recommended. So you can use your standard alkalines, your rechargeable nickel metal hydrate, as well as your lithium primaries. And I believe that's about it. Now, as Foursevens has a great warranty, they have a 10-year performance guarantee, and which they seem to stand by fairly well in my experience, although I haven't had a lot of warranty issues from them. Only one with an older flashlight. So really like the light. As I said, it's extremely well made, and which brings me to the price on this. It is a little bit more expensive because it's the XML version. You can get this light with the I believe they're offering the XPG 2 LED as well on the Foursevens website. But prices you're looking at anywhere from, for the XML version, probably upwards of $70. You can probably find the XML or the XPG 2 version for around $60. So shop around on your prices, find the best place for you that you would like to order from. But it is a little bit more expensive than, say, a Fenix LD22. But the benefit is you get the Legoing of the Foursevens, the Quark Pros. You can Lego this, make it a 1AA light or a 1CR123A light, and you get the ridiculously bright XML LED in this one. And I do want to mention the reflector is light orange peel, so it has a really smooth beam. And because it's an XML with that bigger LED and a smaller reflector, you are not going to get an extreme amount of throw. It's mostly flood. You do get some throw. I'd say out to 50 yards, you're good to go. You can see everything with this light, but it's more of an area light than a throw light. Just keep that in mind. It's not going to throw as far as this XPG LD22 because this has, like I said, an XPG small LED in there with a larger reflector, deeper reflector. This has a shorter reflector with a larger LED, so not going to be as good of a throw. But overall, great light. I will go ahead and do some beam shots now. If I forgot something in the video review, feel free to write it in the comments. You can ask any questions you have or answer any questions that you might see down there. But I'm going to go ahead and do a beam shot review, indoor and outdoor, so stay tuned. Okay everyone, let's look at some beam shots for this Foursevens Quark Pro 2A XML light. We are going to look at the maximum mode, which is 280 lumens. Now you can see that hot spot is extremely bright and extremely big. So it's a really good area light, and we're looking at about a 20-foot hallway indoors here. Look at the transition from spot to flood is excellent. There's a spot there to the spill on the side is really smooth, really excellent transition. The color balance on this, I'm not sure how it's picking up on the camera, but it is an extremely white light. I don't see a big hint of blue or green or yellow. It's mostly white to my eyes, so I would imagine it's somewhat of a cool white tint to it, leaning towards possibly neutral. Not real sure on that, but you get differences with each and every LED. So let's go ahead and compare it. Again, this is fresh sales, the Quark Pro 2A XML in a 20, it's about 20, this hallway, probably 20 to 30 feet, somewhere around there. There is the Fenix LD22 XPG on top. You can see the hot spot is more defined. It's a smaller hot spot, so it would have more throw. But here's the XML version of the Quark Pro 2A-X. Now let's go ahead and go outside and show you some beam shots outside. Alright, so we're outdoors, going to test the beam shots of the Quark Pro 2A XML. Here it is on the max mode, and you're looking at about 35, maybe 40 yards, that tree right there. Really lighten up this whole backyard. I mean, it's extremely bright, and it'll throw a lot further as well. But you can see how bright it is at about 40 yards. And let's compare it to the Fenix LD22. Now you can see here's the Quark on the right with the XML, and here's the LD22 on the left with the XPG. Now you can see the hot spot on the XPG. The LD22 is much smaller. We'll have a little more throw, but it's not nearly as bright as the Quark Pro 2A XML. I mean, it really just lights up everything. LD22 does a great job as well, but just a really bright light. Again, over here is the Quark Pro 2A, and here's the LD22. So hope you guys enjoyed that review. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video, and also please like, comment, and ask any questions, and do subscribe if you're not. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.